It was the final night of Week 7 in the UFL. We started in Detroit, where the Motor City Mustangs have lost 3 in a row and are getting fooled by BK Solberg's double move. Atkins down the sideline for 66 for 6, plus an extra point. 7-0 Wichita. Motor City in the second quarter gets on the board 7-3. The Mustangs hanging around. Jack Brown, midway through the second, finds James Walters over the middle. Mustangs starting to click. Brown can do for you a first down again on the drive. Then it's Jimmy Lorenzo. Welcome to the UFL. First career touchdown puts Motor City in the lead. Just before the first half, they extend that lead 13-7. Brown, first drive of the third quarter. Got him again. That's Walters down to the 23-yard line. Then Jack Brown, next play, Jimmy Lorenzo. Whoa! Didn't know he had that in the bag. Scores, 2-point conversion, no good, 19-7. Motor City's up 12, and Solberg and the Flyers got to do something. Chris Delro getting the ground game going. You know, Solberg had 2 fumbles in this game, plus a pick. Wasn't his best outing. That wasn't his best throw, but R.J. Gilmer makes up for it. 19-14, Motor City tacks on 3 to end the third. 22-14, Solberg and the Flyers are still in this thing. Thanks in part to catches like that from Timothy Shea. Solberg, deep, caught at the 21. 6:15 left, tick, tick, tick. Solberg's got him inside the 10-yard line. Wichita is knocking on the door. BK, wide open, 4th and goal at the 2. They convert. Now they just need the 2-point conversion. And R.J. Gilmer was wide open, just a miss. 3rd down and 1, Jimmy Lorenzo. Look at the kick-out block. Motor City win in the trenches. Jack Brown puts him away. A dart into field goal range. Motor City would run out the clock. 25-20. Mustangs win with 191 rushing yards, over 100 over their season average. Minnesota hosting Montana, and their new quarterback Blake Green, who's playing in his second start. How about this beauty? K. Marion sticks out a paw and says, I got it. Silvertips up 7-0. Minnesota, who's been struggling offensively, able to get a 51-yard field goal. But just before the end of the first half, Montana had more work to do. Touchdowns always beat field goals. Well, pretty much most of the time in football. Blake Green, all the time in the world, finds Dixon in the back of the end zone for a bear hug. 14-3. Look at the cool, calm, and collected stones on that kicker. 52 yards just inside the left upright after it was nearly blocked. Jason Williams has a shoulder straight out of the ring. Coming into your TV sets. Boom. Another one for the first down. Montana's drive would continue thanks to Williams' shoulder. Get out of the way. 14-6. Montana. Then it's Green finding Williams all by himself. Way off. 21-6. Montana up 15. Under 7 minutes to go. Minnesota's got to get something moving, and Doug Falk hits Tyler Falk over the middle. The father-son connection is at it again. You know, Doug Falk had a pretty awesome game. He completed his first 15 passes in this contest. That was Donnie Allegheny over the middle. And then Big Boy Bradley with the score. 21-13. Minnesota has a chance. They get the ball back after some good defense and some timeouts. And then Doug Falk unleashes. And Tyler Falk says, I got it. Look, Ma, 2 hands. 21-19. What a grab. Could Minnesota actually win a close game for once? 2-point try. What is that play call? No good. And Minnesota's out of options until they recover the onside kick. But then Doug Falk forgot how to pass the football, held on to it too long, took a bunch of sacks, ended up in 4th and 28, and threw it out of bounds. Can you believe it? Montana holds on to beat Minnesota 21-19, a brutal loss again for Minnesota, who falls to 1-6. Speaking of brutal losses, Washington at Charlotte tonight. John Clements out of the power run. Wow, what are they cooking up in North Carolina. Chris Curtis, get off me. 1-yard touchdown puts Charlotte up 7-0, and that would be just the beginning. Clements over to James Cooley. He's got some herky-jerky into the end zone for the score. He found his way in eventually. 14-0 Charlotte. Just before the end of the half. Open receiver down the field, and the defender too slow. Wow, it's getting ugly. 21-0. Chris Curtis all day long running in the open field. John Clements all day long, this time sacked by John Gary. He has more sacks than any other linebacker in the league with 6. But Charlotte's defense was the story in this game. TJ Stevens could do nothing. Gets caught by the lurker, and Charlotte preserves their shutout. Murphy with the interception, looking to break on this ball, take it right away from the receiver. The Charlotte Royals defense is coming to play. Both these teams entered the game on 2-game winning streaks, but Charlotte would be the one to continue that. 27-0, late in the third, more Chris Curtis. I mean, he's not getting touched for 20 yards. Curtis at that point, 130 rushing yards. It's now 30-0. Charlotte in a rare UFL blowout all over Washington on this night. TJ Stevens and the Knights would try to get something going late in this game, but it just gets worse. Stevens' pass caught at the 1, and Washington couldn't get in the end zone. They settle for 3, so they don't get blanked, but they still lose 30-3. Charlotte 234 on the ground, 255 through the air in a complete effort. Finally, Week 7 would end in Cali. Fresno taking on Portland early on. It's 3-0 Bobcats. Both teams, by the way, 3-3 entering the contest. Emmanuel Blackman hands it off, and Catledge, who had an excellent first half on the defensive front, strips the football away. Watch it again. Give me that. Fresno with the recovery. Then it's Chad Powers all day. Fires over the middle. Finds Freddie Spencer, and then watch Spencer top of the screen. Whoop! I'll take that. Beautiful stick on the glove. 10-0 Bobcats. Emmanuel Blackman in that patented orange sleeve with the moon ball gets Portland in position to score. Then on 3rd down and 10, opposite side of the field, open for a touchdown. 10-7, Portland back in this thing, and Knight doing a little dance and getting down tonight. Portland still down late in the 3rd. Fresno on the move, would settle for 3 on 4th and inches to start the 4th quarter. Surprised they didn't go, but they take the points. Portland still trailing by 6. Next possession, 3rd down and 8. Blackman and the offense stays on the field with that beauty down the sideline. Blackman over 200. Play fake, then opposite side of the field. Forts in for 6, and Portland has taken the lead for the first time in the game with 8:20 to go. But Powers and the Bobcat offense would respond. Look at Freddie Spencer extending for the first down. Then it's Cardiac Squid. Thank me later. Wow, what a spin move. 2-point try is good. 21-14 Fresno. Then Coffin Meat Nails. Cardiac Squid leads the league in yards per game, I should say, for runs like that. 79 untouched. Oh, bye-bye. Touchdown Fresno. They would cap it off with a field goal. They score 18 unanswered in the 4th and bury Portland 31-14. That was 8 minutes in UFL heaven. We'll see you for Week 8.